It's your girl Jazzy J.
And I'm Lad Lizzie Dollar, and you're now tuning into
It's a Sibling Thing Podcast.
Yo, come on, y'all.
Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Issa Sibling Thang Podcast. I'm your host, Lad, a.k.a. Lad Lizzie Dollar.
And I'm your host, Jazzy J. How y'all doing?
What's going on, man? What we on? What episode we on?
You asking for a lot to know what on the episode we on and stuff. We on episode 8.
What was that?
I was trying to think of what that is. But I was trying to make it like, okay, what's the number? Listen, my memory ain't all that sometimes. Like, I'll be forgetting. And then he asked me because he ain't remember either. That's what it is.
I forgot. I ain't gonna lie.
So, I feel like lately we haven't been starting off like we supposed to be starting off. We're supposed to ask each other how our day is.
I know, but it just be like, getting to it.
You said you wanted to do that.
I know. I just gotta be more conscious of it. But it just be like, bro, it be like, I be tired. Like,
we do be doing a lot lately.
We doing a lot, yeah.
We have picked up a lot. Yes, we picked up a lot. Lad's trying to get his brand
back on track.
He's helping me with my brand. Of course, Visual Kingdom Museum.
Yeah, man, hit us up if you need them. Need any videos? We do events. We do weddings, photos,
everything visual, anything visual. We do.
Hit us up.
But yeah, it's been some stuff going on in the background of the scenes, and sometimes we be tired.
Yeah,
and he's still working a full-time job. Unfortunately, I have not found a full-time job. Pray for me, y'all.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little jealous. Like,
don't be jealous. Don't be jealous, because I feel like I've gotten lazy.
Well, yeah.
I feel like I've gotten lazy, and I don't like being like that. But like, I mean, lazy as in not like not doing this stuff, but lazy as like I feel like I'm not doing anything. But I am.
But you are though. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, weird though. Like it's.
You've been busy. You've been doing the media for the church.
Yeah.
You still doing Michael stuff. What? Have you been doing Michael stuff?
No.
Well,
not like that. Well, we supposed to pick it back up. Michael, I'm waiting on you.
Well, I mean, mostly you've just been doing like the church stuff.
Yeah, the church stuff has picked up a lot.
And you've been working on your stuff like with the Visual Kingdom, so we've been doing that.
See, okay, I think it's the normacy of going to work,
like having something to go,
like
to
going somewhere,
like that structure of having like, all right, I got, because you gotta go to work at this time, so it's like, and so now it's like you just in the house all day, you like.
And it feel like that, but I really be doing stuff. Like I really do.
But it's just like you don't have to go out the house. You don't have like a place that you have to go to.
No. Like, that means we probably need an office. We need an office.
Yeah, we need to get an office.
So if anybody got some affordable space,
bro, we just need to. Honest. All right, I get. We could rent a space or whatever, but I just want to own a space. Like I'm like.
You want to build it?
Yeah, like.
I feel you on it, because remember, I feel like we should get a house and then get it built in.
We ain't gonna get into that.
I opened up a wound. I'm sorry.
but yeah, like I just feel like we just need to like invest in a space. So
if anybody know the way to do that, please let us know.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about that for a while now, just like investing in a space.
It's just too much sometimes. That way we don't have to take stuff down, put it back up.
Yeah, we'll just have like a central location. Cause like it's other stuff that I want to do too. Like basically, like I want to make it like a one-stop shop. So have the media.
I don't want to have all your stuff in the same spot as my stuff though.
Studio.
Cause your stuff be in the way.
We gonna have your own spot. That's what I'm saying. We have our own. We get
That's
our
what I'm
rest in the
saying.
building.
Just make sure my spot is separate from yours.
Man, what's your stuff?
Don't act like that because right now we using our stuff, but that's still my stuff too.
Whatever. It's our stuff.
You see sibling stuff, right? Gotta share everything.
But yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. Like, I just want to own everything, like on my own stuff.
Which I get. You know,
it just make it easier. Mm-hmm. Like you don't have to worry about like no restrictions or anything like that.
At this time, can't make too much noise.
You can just move it. You can just break it your own. If you had your own, it eliminate all of the other stuff.
No middleman.
No, yeah. Basically, you just cutting out the middleman. Like,
but yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on with us. I'm just tired.
I'm getting old.
Yeah, you are old.
No, you old.
Now I'm old. See, we went to this. If y'all remember the first episode, I was 4. Now I'm old.
I said I'm getting old. You old. It's a difference.
No. Once you over that 25 hump, you are old. Okay?
No, I still got a couple more years.
Lad,
I'm 20.
don't you wake up with pain?
Sometimes.
All the time. Because you old. That's why.
I don't know. I need to
your
start...
shoulder. I need to go to get a massage. I need a massage.
Cause my shoulder, I don't know. Yo, I really don't know why my shoulder. Like my shoulder been hurt for a minute now. Like I had to go. Like I was going to physical therapy. That did help, but I did stop doing like the exercise because like once I stopped going, it was like I ain't about to see doing. Once I stopped doing this, like
same thing with my neck. Like I got neck problems and. I was going and I was like, oh, I got range of my neck back. Yeah. Now I'm like, my neck hurt.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe, I don't know if it's like the way I be sleeping or.
I don't know what it is. Well, my physical therapist told me that it was probably because I'll be when I'm texting, I'm constantly with my head down. They said, I don't know how you supposed to text like this though. Yeah, like with your head up. Like, can somebody give me some pointers on that?
Especially like if you laying in the bed or something like that. Like I'm not about to hold the phone up. Like,
before it hit you in your face.
Like, yo,
actually, last night. That joint be right in my nose. I was like, get my nose. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I told you I was silly, but
but yeah,
but yeah, you're old too, but it's okay.
All right, you don't gotta keep saying that.
You said I was old,
and I'm getting old. I'm not old.
Old.
I know. My birthday
passed. The past actually on the
14th. By the time when this episode dropped, my birthday would have had passed.
Yeah,
but I'll be 27.
Old.
How old you gonna be? Oh, all right.
We ain't discussing that.
All right.
We talking about Lad's oldness, not Jasmine's oldness.
But I was talking to Greg when I'm gonna go get my haircut.
Oh, Greg,
our cousin.
He's our older cousin.
Yeah, I was saying like before, like I was like, damn, I don't want to get old, but like now, like. I mean, I'm getting old, but I'm not like old. Like when you like old is like when you start getting like in like your 60s and stuff like that.
That's ancient.
I'm telling Daddy Jasmine calling you ancient. I'm telling.
Because I'm 60 getting old. That's old. You're ancient. You're just old. Dinosaur.
But I just feel like I don't know. I'm feeling more comfortable with like getting older. Like I feel like I'm gaining more like experience. Like I still got more experiences to go through. But I feel like I'm gaining more knowledge and becoming more self-aware. Just growing like and maturing. Like,
yeah, you learn lessons and you learn to take stuff more like with a grain of salt now. Like you don't hold on to stuff a lot. Like it's just like,
yeah, I definitely like.
It was a lesson learned.
Yeah, but I see why like older people like they patience like they don't be hit like.
I don't have no patience.
Yeah, I feel like the older you get, like the less patience you get. I definitely don't have patience.
Let me not lie. I feel like I have a better tolerance than most people that's my age. I'm not old. But like my mother's age and my father's age, I see how like their patience is just like
it's like real thin.
It's like like you can do one thing, it's like and they ready to like go off the hinge. So I see that, so I try not to do that because I know that patience is a virtue, as people say. So I try my best to be like, ooh, before I answer a question.
I be trying, but people be trying it.
No, you go from 1 to 10. No, 1 to 200,000 million quadrillion. That's not even a number.
But like, he go from just that. Be irritating, just be like, and but it make me mad though, cause it's like I just get irritated when people do dumb stuff, like.
But it might not be dumb to them.
But it's just like, bro, it's just common sense, like.
Everybody's common sense is not the way the same.
I know, trust me. But it just be like, bro, like I don't know, especially like when we getting older, like people will still be lying about dumb stuff, and it just be like,
okay, that's like a mini talk about this. Do you think it's okay to lie when it's reserving somebody's feelings?
No.
And why is that?
Because all right, this in my opinion, like I'm straightforward, so I like people to be straightforward with me. So don't lie to me, like whatever how big or small, whatever. Don't lie to me. Just be honest with me.
Okay.
Because I feel like we're human, so it's in our human nature. We're gonna be upset or whatever the case is, but I'll be less upset with you if you just tell me the truth. Like don't lie to me, and then I find out later from somebody else, or you know what I'm saying, like right. And when you could have just came straight to me, because I'm always going to give you the opportunity and leave that door open for you to be honest with me, because I'm always going to be honest with you, so I expect the same thing in return. So it's just like don't even do that, because that just be honest from the start.
I'll give you a scenario. So you see your friend's girl with some other dude, right? Now your friend asks you, "Have you recently seen my girl?" Would you tell the truth? Because at this point,
well, because you just said seen, like was he doing something or?
But that's what see. Why does it have to be that they doing something?
I mean, I would just be honest. Regardless, I'm like, if they ask me, like, and if they don't say they ask me, then I'm like,
you ain't see nothing. You been in, you ain't in it.
Yeah, I'm on my business. But if they ask me, I'm like, yo, she was down the joint with such and such. Like I don't.
So this is like y'all know, Laz a snitch.
I ain't a snitch. I'm just being honest, like especially like no, that's my man's. Like I'm just like, yo, she was down there with. I mean, like. You need to go ahead, you better go check, you better go get on that. Like.
So that is where it brings us into our main topic, which is
okay, I see what you did there.
Are you your brother's keeper?
Yeah.
So you like how I did that?
I see how you did that.
You like how I did that?
Yeah,
I'm getting good at this. Yeah, party like a rock star.
So all right. So what was, you said that?
So are you really your brother's keeper? Which you feel like you are, because you're looking out for your friend.
Yeah.
But like it's like for situations like I said, like for snitching, like telling on a friend or doing anything like that could save them, but ultimately could mess up your friendship with them.
Yeah, but I just feel like it could, but I feel like if we genuinely friends, like I don't know, I take friendship like real serious. So I would like if I seen my if I was in that situation, or if it was the opposite situation, I would want you to come tell me, like if we really friends, if you really value our friendship, because I'm not gonna get mad at you. I'm like, are you telling me this information, and I'm gonna go confront the person, and then,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
So, but at the same time, now your girl feel like you don't trust her.
Well, it ain't if my friend seen you out with somebody, then like what they ain't.
So what if? Yeah, I'm saying like, cause I'm pretty sure she would lie or whoever it is, cause they were doing something they have no business doing.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, you don't know who is telling the truth.
Yeah.
So where does that lie? Where does that lie for you? Like you're like, okay, yes, he told me this, and now she's telling me this. So being that you're in the situation, because you put yourself in the situation, I would say it's your friend. You put yourself in that situation, like put yourself in the scenario. How would you then go about it?
If she denied
what your friend said, because he doesn't have any proof, he just said that he saw them.
Mm-hmm.
You're going off what his word off of her word.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know how I would handle the situation. I'm just being honest, but I just feel like I don't know. Like I just feel like if this is my friend, like why would, like he not going to just come back and randomly just lie and say like, oh, I seen your girl out somewhere. Like
I mean, people, you don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just playing devil advocate. I wouldn't know what I would do in this situation either.
Yeah, because
that's a very hard situation to be in. But you being the friend, this time we're gonna take you out of the situation. Mm-hmm. You being the friend, you saw the friend doing something that wasn't cool. Like it ain't cool. Do you call him out on it, or do you just?
Wait, repeat that.
So you see your friend. This is a different scenario, not the same scenario. You see your friend doing something that ain't cool. Like it's just not. That's just not what you for. Not who you are.
That's not who you are as a person.
And you don't want to be around a person that is like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you approach your brother, or do you just cut the relationship off?
I mean, it depends on who the friend is and how much I value the friendship. Like, but if it's like, cause like I said, like I don't even like most of my friends that I have, they like close friends, so I consider them like family. So if I see somebody doing something that I don't agree with, then I'm going to say something. I actually been in that situation. Like one of my friends was doing pills, and I was like, I didn't say anything right away, but then once I started seeing like how it was affecting them, like then I was like, no, I need to say something, and because it was like it was uncomfortable for me, because it's like, yeah, I don't do that,
right?
You get what I'm saying? So, and I wasn't coming, the way I approached it, I didn't come at it as like a judgmental thing. I was just saying, yo, bro, like this is what I'm noticing from the outside looking in,
right? And
I see like the effects that it's having on you. So I'm just saying like, yo, bro, like you should need to chill off that, like. And even it was to the point where I was like basically like, yo, if you don't stop doing that, I'm not gonna be cool with you, like, right? Because it's like that's not cool, like, and it's like I want better for you, so it's like I've had a friend that overdosed on drugs, right? So it's like I don't even want to be a part of that, like, right. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but it do get tricky though, because it's like sometimes. It's like when do you say something? When do you not say something?
No. There we go. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's like it get tricky. Like when you need to say something, or if you feel like, or if your friend is in a situation, that you know, like they may not notice it when they're in a situation. Mm-hmm. Like because sometimes like when you're in a situation. You got like a blindfold on, like, so you don't notice like the effects that it's having on you
because you're in it,
because you're in the situation, right. So, and like I said, like it can get tricky when you do have those uncomfortable conversations, because they could take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh well, like they may look at it like, oh, you're judging me or whatever. But I just try not to, like, when I do have those conversations, I try to come at it as in a concerning way and not as a judgmental way. Right. Like, look, I'm not judging you. Like, everybody has their nobody's perfect. Everybody has their flaws. Everybody has their vices, right. Or whatever. But you know, as a friend, like, I'm just concerned for you. Like, you get what I'm saying? So that's just kind of how I look at the situation, or try to approach those type of situations. but like I said, it's tricky because like, all right, like say for example, like say like if your friend is in a relationship with somebody that's not treating them right, what would you do?
Well, I've been in this predicament where I did voice, saying, hey, I see things that aren't, that don't seem like this a loving situation. And again, like I'm like, I'm on the outside looking in, and you seem hurt, you seem this.
My phone ain't make cut you. Only thing my head was All right, go ahead. My fault.
Really?
My fault, because I look all crazy like you ain't even say nothing.
I
didn't. Go ahead.
And my situation didn't turn out the way yours did. We had a falling out because they felt that I was jealous or, that I didn't care about them being happy, blah, blah, blah. But it was an abusive relationship, and you could see the manipulation, you could see the bruises, you could see different things that weren't good. Like, it just wasn't good.
Yeah.
But I was put in the category of being jealous or didn't care about their happiness. They were with whoever they wanted to be with, and I should be happy for them. So it kind of changed my perspective on being my brother's keeper. Because I know I'm supposed to look out, but it kind of deterred me from saying certain things because of that. Because I felt like I lost a friendship over saying what I saw.
Yeah. See, because, all right, so I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, Chris is like, it's going to hurt, losing that friendship. But I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it. Like if I consider you like a friend and I truly care about you, I would just feel guilty not saying nothing. Now, if I say something, what you choose to do from there, that's on you. Like if the friendship ends, I mean, it sucks. But I mean, well then, hey. But I at least from my health, I won't feel guilty because it was like I just was sitting back. Watching this transpire, and I didn't say nothing.
Right. I'm not saying that I would, like, if it's something like detrimental, like to the point, because they would fight, but they would, like, in that situation, they would fight, but he would have, like, it wasn't like he was, like, blacking her eye or anything like that, but I just knew that it was, as the kids say today, it was toxic.
Yeah.
So, I knew it was toxic.
But I feel like that's beyond toxic though. Like, if
toxicity. I don't know.
Yeah, I just once it gets to that point, I feel like that's beyond toxic.
But it's a lot of like that song is "Love Is Blind," and at that time, that person's love was pretty much blind, and like no matter what I said, I was always the bad person. I was always this. So I'm not saying that if somebody it was like doing drugs, I wouldn't say not like that. It just. It kind of like makes me be very cautious. Like if I see something, I probably won't say nothing the first 2-3 times. But then once I see that the behavior is either worsening, then I'll say something. Like that, I had said that off the bat. As soon as I saw it, I was just like, oh, this ain't cool. Like you gotta stop, blah, blah, blah. And maybe I could have came at it a different way. But it was just, you were my friend and I didn't want to see you getting hurt.
Yeah, it's definitely like a difficult situation. It's a difficult situation, but I just like I said, I just feel like once I say something, I'm learning, like once I say my piece or whatever, what you choose to do from there, that's on you.
Right.
Because like I don't know, like one of my friends was in this situation. And I'm like, I know what's going on, and like, they stopped talking, but then they started talking again, and I'm like, so I'm supposed to just be like, oh, nothing ain't happened,
right?
Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, so now what do I do? Like, but it's like at the end of the day, they gonna do what they want to do, so it's just like. all right, but where did that leave me? Because now when that person come around, I'm supposed to just be like, oh, yo, what's up? Like everything cool? Like, no, like I knew what you was doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and I don't.
And that was the same situation. I was just like, I can't be around.
Like I'm not comfortable. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I'm not used to that. Like, I come from a family where the women were abused, and my mom was like, that's something that is not. Like, she instilled that. Like, that's not okay.
Yeah, it's not acceptable.
Like, that's not acceptable. Like, you can't. That's not like that. Out of any, that's no. Like, she always says your grandmother took enough beatings for everybody, all the women in her family, and you will not nobody around her. And she told me to not let nobody be around you that's letting that happen. You step in and you like. So when that type of stuff happened, I was like, oh no, like my mom instilled this, like, oh, this ain't right. Like, we gotta take. And like I said, maybe I shouldn't have came so hard with it, and maybe the person would have taken the advice a little bit. I mean, that person is not with this person anymore, but we were young and stupid and dumb at the time. So, but now to put myself in the situation as somebody being my keeper, I feel like I'm kind of stubborn a little bit. Like somebody came to me and said, hey, this ain't right. Like, you shouldn't be doing it. Like, who you tell me to? Like, I'm just saying to put myself in the shoes.
Yeah, in the shoes, like, yeah.
Of somebody coming. So, like, I can understand why somebody would, like, be like, I know we friends, but, like, you can't tell me what to do.
Well, yeah, well, I don't necessarily think, that's what I'm saying. That's why it depends on how you approach the conversation. Like, because I feel like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, sometimes I might get a little defensive, but if I know it's coming from like a concerning place, then I'm like, all right, let me take a step back, because like you said, like sometimes when you're in a situation, you don't see it. So what I'll do is I'll take it into consideration. I'm like, okay, maybe it's something that I'm not seeing. So let me take a step back and reflect, or what I'm saying, reevaluate myself. But like I said, like I just like, as a friend, that's something that I expect. Like, if you see me doing something wrong, or if you see me doing something that's not in my character, especially like if you know me, like if you know I'm doing something that's out of my character, right, and that's something that I don't do, I think you should say something. Right.
No, I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but I don't want anybody that's my friend is because I'm stubborn. Don't tell me if I'm doing something wrong. It's just that I know my personality, and I know that sometimes when somebody tells me I can't do something or I'm doing this wrong, I'm like, no. Yeah. So I'm just like, if you my friend, please be patient with me if I do something that's not cool, or not something that's out of my character that you notice. But I just know, like I said, I'm just speaking from my perspective. I know me. I know that I'm very bullheaded when I want to be. I can be like a person, like they could take criticism and be like, oh, okay, cool, I feel you. Let me take a step back and let me look at it, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes if I feel passionate about something and I know that I feel like, oh, you know what you're talking about, if I'm real passionate about it, about the situation or about the thing that I'm doing, and it could be detrimental to me, I might be like, I'm not listening to you. Mm-hmm. Because my emotion or my passion is more important than what you think you see.
Yeah, and I think is who's saying it.
But I mean, like, if it's my friend, like me being the other friend, I should take into what they're saying into consideration. Mm-hmm. Because out of my family, my friends should know who Jasmine is. Mm-hmm. So I would listen. Like I said, I might be stubborn about it, but I would listen because I know that it could be coming from a place of concern. Yeah. But I might just be so passionate that I don't see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can understand that. I was kind of like that with my clothing line, like when I was getting started, like people was telling me stuff, but it just was like I was just looking at it like, but like you don't have a clothing line, or you never started a business, so how are you telling me
that type of another thing that a philosopher by the name of Mike Nelson has told me was, how can you criticize something that you never built?
Yeah.
So you can't criticize me if you never built it. So that I can understand you being passionate about, or that being like, okay, I'm not saying I'm not taking what you say into consideration, but you've never done a business, or you've never had a brand, or you've never, like, I can understand you being cautious about that.
Okay, advice. And let me take a step back. I feel like now I'm more accepting to criticism. I wasn't always like
sometimes.
That. No, that's not true. When?
Tell the truth, ain't double. Sometimes because it's instilled in us, because we both bullheaded. You can, when somebody criticizes you, go into like this I don't know what to call it. Like, you go in like this mode and just kind of sit there and stare and look at, like you doing right now.
Because I'm listening to what you're saying.
No, I know when you like actively listening, or you looking at me like, I wish you shut up.
No, I'm really listening to what you're saying. But like, I'm a processor. So like, if somebody comes to me or tell me something, or if whether it's criticism or something like that, like I gotta process it first, like, because it gotta make sense to me. Like, if it don't make sense to me, then it's like, well, what you talking about?
Bullhead. That's what I mean. Like, sometimes it might not make sense to you what they talking about.
Yeah.
So, and it might, in your head, you like, I don't get it, so it's not right. But sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes they might be right. And you just being bullheaded because you trying to overprocess it, which I do sometimes too. But I still don't do well with criticism sometimes. It takes me, I get emotional. I'll be like, well, who are you to tell me? But I have to like go by myself and really write it down, think about it, look up what they were telling me. And then I'll go back and I'll be like, hey, what you said was right. So, like, I'm not like Land be like, it don't make sense to me, so it ain't right. This how Land feel.
I'm just here.
That's so, yes, that's something that I know that I could work on. Criticism, I'll be like, that when somebody criticizes me, I feel like I'm a failure. Like, just like, well, what did I do wrong? Like, why are you criticizing me? Like, I don't understand. I did everything that I could possibly do. Whereas the Land, like, it don't make sense. It ain't right. Like, whatever. I'm not listening to you anymore. I'm gonna zone out.
I'll give you an example. And I told mommy this, so she shouldn't get mad if she see this. She coming in the house.
She about to get mad because she about to come in because she gonna say something. Go ahead, say it. Don't get scared now.
But I'm saying, what I told her, like, this was like the best advice that she gave me. But she was telling me basically like, I don't know, she just always just say, let's slow down. And I was like, man, because I was frustrated because I'm like, I didn't know what she was talking about. She just say, slow down, like, you need to slow down, you're doing too much.
You're always doing too much. Mommy said you've been doing too much since you was in the womb. She shaking her head. Yes, I wish y'all could see her. She said,
what?
Adrian, I'm in the middle of the podcast.
What is going on? There's so much going on.
What is that? Oh, it's Pam. Hey, girl. Hi. That's our sister. That's our sister. She coming in.
Hey, come say hi. Oh, ain't she?
You gotta come sit in the joint. You gotta come sit in it. You're not gonna talk? She left. No, she came back. You could talk. There you go. So I'm getting calls. We getting people coming in. So it's all good. This is gonna be a fun episode when y'all see this. Hello. Don't be yelling though.
They always argue. Now anyway, here comes somebody.
Here he comes. The whole family is here. I told you we building an empire. Empire! Anyway, but you've been doing too much since you was in the womb. That's what mommy told me. So go ahead.
What's your greedy self doing?
There's nothing in there?
Who else? Oh, Daddy must
probably
be
ate
some.
some. You gotta eat it. Oh my god. No. Yo, oh god, get us back on track. He dying.
But
oh god.
but now I understand like what she was saying. Like basically like just take like I'm putting too much on my plate and trying to do too much all at once, and it's like just just slow down and do like just do one, just take it take it one step at a time and just focus on one thing, and then bro, what is you doing?
I was like giving them like a little, no, don't do that. All right, go ahead.
But
I told you about the ice. You're not supposed to put ice in your cup.
I just opened it. That was the apple juice. It was hot, so I had to put some ice in it because it was hot.
Oh God.
But then what was he talking about? Yeah. So like at first, like I said, I was like I think I was more so because I didn't understand what she was saying.
I think because you didn't agree with it.
Well, that too. That was, but it was a little bit of both. Like, because I'm like, because in my head, I'm like, what am I? I'm like, what are you talking about? But it was like, I've like looking back and like reflecting over it. It was like, I'm doing all of this stuff, but I'm not going nowhere.
You
like,
just running in place.
I'm just running in place. Like,
oh, she got hers on too. Everybody got the black soul. Sorry, I'm excited. Everybody got the It's a Sibling Thing shirts on today. Everybody rocking it. Yes, we do sell the shirts, so please, if you need some, hit us up.
How was your appointment?
Can we not put that on the live?
I'm trying to make sure you cool. Now the other day she was cussing me out because I ain't asked her was she alright. Now I'm asking if she alright. Now I'm putting my hands up.
I'm telling him before I left that I'm going to go get an MRI done, and his father I was talking to that stupid man at that stupid job. Stupid man.
Parent arguments. Don't have nothing to do with that.
But
furry. Anyway.
Sorry, y'all.
It's just a lot going on today. But back to our brother's keeper. But I agree that you should keep an eye out for others. It makes it that everyone's safe, everyone's doing what they need to do. Just make sure that you keep an eye on your brother.
Yeah, especially if y'all,
especially this brother.
Oh.
Oh God, go ahead.
But yeah, definitely like I said, I feel like it's all about how you approach the what's it? What?
Never mind. Go ahead.
What? Because I'm like,
I'm showing you.
Oh, all right.
I was just go ahead.
He really forgot what I was saying.
Good. Now you see how we be feeling. Ivana, I got him back.
But no, I just feel like it's all about how you approach the conversations. But I just feel like it's okay to have like those uncomfortable conversations. Like people always want to avoid having those conversations.
I don't like to avoid them. I just don't like the aftermath. That's just me. I don't like to feel like I hurt someone or the conversation caused us to not be friends or caused us to have a falling out. Like like I said in the previous episodes, I don't do well with confrontation. I don't like it.
I do.
Because it's something wrong with you.
No, because everybody, I feel like confrontation gets a bad connotation. If that's the word I'm looking for.
Listen, I'm not an English major. Don't ask me questions.
But I feel like confrontation is not always a bad thing.
Confrontation can turn into a bad thing, though.
It can, but I'm saying it's not always a bad thing. I think it can be good confrontation because I feel like when you have confrontation, I feel like that shows you a person's true character.
That's true. That's true, but I just don't like it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's all about how you approach the conversation. And I feel like if that person is your friend, like if they truly your friend, you should always judge it off you should always judge it off of the intent. Like, what is the intent?
But sometimes you don't know what the intent is.
I'm saying like if you know my who I am as a person, and you know that I'm a genuine person. Like I never do anything malicious. I never do anything to try to hurt you. So if I'm coming to you about a situation that I'm concerned about, then you should know that. I mean, I'm not saying that you're gonna know, but I'm saying like you should know that it's coming from a concerning place, and I'm not coming to you I'm not judging you. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just always look at the intent. Like, what is the intent? How are you presenting this to me? Like, what is your intentions of presenting this to me? Like,
Right.
Are you doing this because you're judging me, or are you doing this because you're a concerned friend?
Okay.
That's how I'm looking at it and learning to look at it. But you know, I feel like I just don't ever want to feel like I notice something and then I don't say nothing.
Yeah, I like I said, I feel you on that. It's like I said before, it's just the after dealing with. I don't do well when it comes to the aftermath of it, because I'm a person that don't forget. Like, when stuff happen like that, I don't forget it, and I constantly play it in my head even after the situation is over. So that's just me. I overanalyze everything. Like, I'm like, I should have said this, or I should have said that, or so I'm constantly thinking about it even after the situation is over. Yeah. So that's just for me. I'm not saying that like for you. I'm just saying for me, it's just harder to deal with that type of stuff because since I'm such an overanalyzer, I constantly, even after we might have our apologies or whatever like that, I'm still thinking about it. Like, dang, I should have said this. I should have said that. Like, it's just, that's just for me. It's something I have to work on, trying not to overanalyze. I don't know. I've been doing it for years, so it's kind of hard. So if anybody's out there that's an overanalyzer and know how to get over it, please show me what it is.
Yeah, and I just feel like you need to have, I feel like you need to have those moments as friends. Like, your friendship need to be tested. Like, if you don't never have those confrontations, like, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like it make the friendship stronger. Like, sometimes it can, like, sometimes, because like it depends. Like, sometimes it can go. Sometimes it might save you from a friendship. Like, because all right, well, maybe we don't need to be friends anymore. Yeah. Or it can bring you closer together. Like, because people always say like, oh, we friends, but you don't know how a person gonna react in a certain situation, right? Like, until that situation happens.
I didn't do well at test either. I get sweaty palms. But no, I feel what you're saying. But yeah, I just feel like it doesn't hurt to keep up with it. It's just, for me, it's a little hard because I just don't like the confrontation or whatever. But
say your piece. And then, like, because once you say your piece, after that, that's up to the person how they take that information and what they do with it, and you just be there. That's the best thing you could, like, after that initial conversation, you just be there for them. Like, whatever decision that they make, from that initial conversation, you just be there as a friend. And sometimes I will say sometimes you do need to mind your business, though, because
a lot of times, like, when, like, those type of situations when somebody cheating and all that kind of stuff, you definitely need to mind your business. Yeah, I feel like
especially like when it comes to like relationship stuff, I learned stay out of people's relationships, mind your business. Now, if they come to you and ask you about it, then. But other than that, stay out, mind your business.
See, as a female, that's something different. Like, if we do stuff like that, it becomes, oh, you jealous, or you this, or that. So that type of stuff, I've learned to stay out of. I've seen fights. I've seen families fighting in the middle of the street type situations. So I tread with that very lightly as a female. Males, y'all a little different.
I stay out of people's business. Male friends, female friends.
Y'all a little different. I honestly don't. They be like, can you do what you think I should do? I'll be like, you can do what you want to do. But if it were me, I always put, if it was me, you still can make the decision. Whatever you want to do. You can say, Jasmine said to do. I said, if it was me, You still have a choice to make on your own. But that's neither here nor there. I feel like being a brother's keeper is the best way to go.
But that's gonna be the conclusions for this episode. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Issa Sibling Thang Podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Lad, aka Lad Lizzie Dollar.
And I'm your host, Jazzy J.
And we'll see you next time.
Hey.
Hey,